Hey guys, you might be wondering why I've got so much branding up on the screen today. That's because today's video is a entry in a contest by Nvidia for attendees of the recent Nfan event for a Predator X34 monitor as shown here. The theme of the contest is make people jealous of you attending the Nfan event, and I hope this video does just that. So obviously the first place to start would be with my new MSI GTX 970 that I won at the Nfan event in a random raffle, which is currently powering the Acer X34 Predator that I dropped a bunch of money on at PCK Skier because, oh my god, I sort of wanted one. And once you, if you are lucky enough to win this, then oh my god, you will love it. But yes, so back to the graphics card. My MSI GTX 970 found a lovely home on my Gigabyte UD9 motherboard that's rocking a Intel i7 980X and a full matching pair of set of 6 Dominator 4GB DDR3 RAM. That's a matched pair at 1600 megahertz. I'm rocking a Silverstone 1500 power supply at the moment. Aqua Computer, what is it? Aquastream XT Ultra, I believe, and the Alpha Cool Light Tower, currently being cooled by a Alpha Cool Nexus Monster 360 Rad up the back there. And keeping guard over it all is the MSI Dragon I smoothed out of Chris after I won the card off him. And then we'll move on to the rest of my setup. Here, looking at each other, is my new C920 and C930E Logitech webcams that I bought to be able to start this YouTube channel. Because yeah, I will maybe do some game streaming and stuff, but mostly this was about documenting a computer build. Showing dedication to my build. These Mayhem dies I actually bought ages ago when there was a bit of an internet drama about Mayhems, and I had to, they're solved now, but I had to track them down, and like the last place in the world I found that had any in stock was Poland, so yeah, I tracked those down from Poland. My camera, my Fluke thermometer, some liquid nitrogen blocks, the box for my cooler. Here I'm rocking another, oh, I can't remember what board it is, but yeah, it's a Gigabyte board with a Gigabyte 610. I've got, what is it, 2 Asus and 1 Acer monitors up there. Yes, this may interest you guys. This one here is my first ever like water cooling pump and reservoir from Thermaltake. Sponsors might like this one since I won the card. This is the first ever board I water cooled with that Thermaltake kit, which is an OEM board made by MSI for Audi Medion computer. Pulled this out of the shed just to show you guys how much fun we'll be having later on when I get further into the extreme computing plane. This is one of my liquid nitrogen storage containers. This is just the Dewar, so even if it, like the other one I've got is a pressurized one, so I need to get the valves checked on that and stuff, but yeah, this one, yeah, no worries, just dump some liquid nitrogen in it and it'll hold it, you know, because no pressure required. Bunch of boxes, because keeping boxes is ultra cool in modding, and you always need to take your photo product shots. Back to the monitor, which I'm absolutely in love with. Been playing with it for, I don't know, about 6-7 hours now, and yeah, it's absolutely awesome. And yeah, so how this is all meant to make you jealous. So yeah, this new computer monitor has inspired me for a new computer build, which I will be doing, which hopefully, if MSI release their godlike carbon before too late in next month, I'll be going ahead with that, and two 980 Ti golden samples from MSI. Yeah, I can't wait much longer than that, but I am absolutely in love with like the godlike carbon. It solved all of the issues I had when I first saw the godlike, and yeah, I love the addition of the RGBs onto a board, and yeah, I'll be carrying that onto my water cooling project, and I hope you guys, I hope I astound you guys with that. I'm not going to talk too much about what I'm going to do because, yeah, you know, if I fail, it will be a bit more embarrassing. But, just to also, yeah, like make you guys super, that's a really bad angle. Yeah, never done a selfie before, so yeah, just to make you guys super jealous of me and stuff. Today, well, yesterday actually, Valentine's, I spent all day making love to my baby, my computer, and yeah, I finally pulled out, you probably can't see this too well, but that is not a computer case under my table as you may think. That is actually a APC SMT 3000, an uninterruptible power supply that puts out 2.7 kilowatts. So yeah, basically run two of my computers. That is currently powering everything you see on the desk. And yeah, so that's my day for you, and yeah, I hope I've shown yep, some brand loyalty, and I hope I made you all a little bit jealous of my computer setup. And yeah, so also in an attempt to entertain and trying to make you jealous at the same time, I want to describe the build that I was inspired to make as a result of attending this Nvidia Nfan event. This blue foam I've quickly cut out to do a mock-up represents an XL ATX motherboard size. Hopefully if MSI get it released before not too long into next month, I'll be using the MSI godlike carbon. If not, I'll have to see what else I'll do. At the moment, the plan is for a pair of MSI GTX 980 Ti's and an Intel 750, and two sets of 4x4 Corsair Dominator Platinum DDR4 RAM. My plan is to do a stylized car bonnet because the gentle curve of the Acer monitor really inspired me, and as soon as I got home from the Nfan event, I jumped online and started looking for a water block for the 970, and after finding one, I jumped onto the MSI site to just double check the PCB revision, and in the process I saw pictures from the Consumer Electronics show of the upcoming MSI Godlike Carbon, and I absolutely loved it. I loved the concept of the Godlike when it first came out, but I couldn't move ahead with it because of the red colouring, and MSI have listened to modders out there, and hopefully they'll have the product on the market in a plain, beautifully stylized black soon, and that will be the basis and centerpiece of this build, hopefully. If their timing takes too long on that, I'll be looking for other options on the X99 platform to go ahead with. Anyways, onto the actual concept of the build. So I will be measuring this all out, getting a basic model in Google SketchUp of the 3D size of it all. But as you can see with the mock-up of the XL ATX, okay, this is basically a copy of the size of my UD9 motherboard. Yeah, you can see the clearance I have on either side and to my board, and also if I lift up the Acer a bit, so the plan is to squeeze a power supply back in here, actually build the mounting of this raised up and into the case frame, and then I will have some radiators going along here, and then I'll start the actual chassis, which will basically come out, go across, and then have the carbon fibers, which I'll mold and then craft mounted on the side. It will have a radiator basically along here as the intercooler. As I said, the power supply will be mounted back in here. The Aquaria you see here will have its water cooling put on it. I'm actually going to be casting a block for that as well, and adapting that to a metal and acrylic block, and that will actually be mounted in front of the radiator on the outside like a number plate. And just like, this is a really personal build for me because you may have seen the striped lines across my screen at some point when you see my desktop background. That is actually my personal DNA. There was a company, I think they're still in business up in Queensland, I think they are now, who do DNA swabs and then do artistic colour renderings of them, and they generally sell them as paint, canvas prints and stuff, but I got pure digital versions of them and intend to already been using them as my desktop background. But I'll also be printing stickers of them, which I will be sticking on this box you see down here, which is APC 3000 SMT 2.7 kilowatt UPS that runs my whole rig. So yeah, if there's a blackout, I'm still gaming. Yeah, zombies doesn't matter, aliens doesn't matter, as long as you know, there's not a nuclear blast that EMPs out my system, I'm still gaming. So yeah. So back to the build. I intend to have radiators probably about here, I think they work out to be. I'm going to have 12mm radiators with fans on the outside that I am going to make molded rubber for, and they will be stylized tires, which the carbon fiber will actually come around and like slightly cover like a Japanese sports car. Now the reason I have sorry about the sound of the truck from outside, my rubbish is just being collected. So the reason I actually had to mock up this board is so I could explain to you the true what I plan to do. So obviously I'm going to be dropping the whole thing in water. I had a look online and there's only one company that currently offers a full board solution for the Godlike, which I assume should fit the Godlike carbon, but I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, I wasn't really pleased with the aesthetics of it, and so that inspired me to do what I plan to do next, which is I intend to design and cast either a full cover block that will do the power voltages, power supplies, the RAMs, the CPU, I'm not sure what that one actually there would be, and the main one here, which will then also have blocks on all the two SLI graphics cards and the Intel 750. Ideally, and it's crazy pipe dream, I want to have all the blocks connected with DNA helixes. My intention is to purchase the board, pull all the heat sinks off, take casts of them in Play-Doh, and then cast that in plaster, and then take work on the reverse of them. But basically, yeah, I will have individual heat sinks that will then be connected by big spiraling DNA helixes that aren't, because I'm not constrained by any of the restraints of a case. I can have my metal work come in multiple directions. As I said, like, it's something no one's done before, and I think it's going to be quite beautiful when I'm done, and I honestly believe no one's going to believe me, so this is my video documentary showing you that. So yeah, each of the blocks, so hopefully it will be a single board solution and everything will plop straight on. I realize this probably isn't going to happen, so be cutting it into a few sections, pretty much like the EK blocks on my UD9 currently. But then I would have screw on, with hidden screws of course, bits that do the stylized metal work I want in DNA helixes. All of these blocks I intend to cast in 99.9% pure silver, for a multitude of reasons. The Like any water cooler knows about the biocide properties of silver, and yeah, like a little silver stick in a water cooling loop has been a great solution for ages for that. Yeah, and realistically, I want the silver finish, and if I cast it in copper and then get it electroplated silver, if I have to do any fine refining work, or like take a surface down, or round something, the finish is ruined. Whereas with pure silver, if I scrape it away a little bit of the surface, the metal underneath is still pure silver. And also over time it will, like, if it does suffer any corrosion, which hopefully it wouldn't, if the surface gets pitted or whatever, I can just sand it back a little bit and once again have pure silver. Whereas if I tried any sort of repairs on an electroplated surface, I would scrape down to the bare aluminium or copper that's generally underneath, and it's kind of ugly. So also, if I cast this all in copper, in pretty much 10 minutes it's worth nothing. Whereas if I cast it all in silver, play with it for the next 5-10 years, and then go, okay, I'm changing computers, I can melt it all down, sell it off, or use it to make the new blocks that I'll be making for the new computer, if technology still does that in 5 to 10 years. But anyways, I know I rambled a bit, but yeah, that's my concept for a computer that was inspired by me attending the Nvidia Nfan event. Thanks.
So yeah, if you managed to sit through all of that, I hope I didn't bore you too much with my crazy ideas. But yeah, anyways, here's hoping I win the contest, but if not, I'm still gonna enjoy like my Acer monitor very much, even if it's not in a dual setup. And yeah, like, I hope if I got your interest, you tune back in and see this crazy ride. Anyways, thanks guys.